I did. I can't escape narrative, so I just wrote, I love this drawing, by the way. Okay. The problem, of course, was that when Ray moved up to Iowa to live amongst his Golden Dome-dwelling hippie friends, the Father Fard and Brothers Broad four-piece family band was just gearing up for its first ever limited-stop Gulf Coast tour. And short one Ray Broad, they were out an electric guitar player and brother. Daddy was upset. We could all see that. But Dakota seemed to take it the hardest. God damn it, he said, setting his fiddle in its case solemnly, as if he were preparing to take it out in the yard and give it a respectful burial. We're done washed up before we even got our shot. Having acted as tour organizer and having prepared myself for 6 weeks on the road with my daddy and brothers, I can't say that I wasn't a little relieved. Can't say I didn't see it coming, said Duke. X-rays never been predictable. Don't go calling him X-Ray, said Daddy, when you know he don't like it. I was relieved to hear Daddy defend Ray. Ever since Ray'd gone to work at the nuclear plant out east of town, Duke and Dakota had gotten to calling him X-Ray on account of the radiation and everything. But I, being his twin sister, fraternal of course, knew how bad it burned him up. They don't even know what radiation is, Ray had told me. That's the worst part. I know it, I'd said back then. They ain't big in the brain box. That was the truth, too. Fact is, none of us broads except for Mama, may she rest in peace, and Ray'd ever had much upstairs. Partly that's why I wasn't so surprised when Ray up and left the way he did. Well, I'd said to Daddy and Duke and Dakota, it's a shame to shut down before we ever got on the road, but I guess it's best it happened now rather than later. Dakota nodded, and Duke got all red in the neck and head the way he tends to. Just hang on a sec, said Daddy. Calico, baby girl, you play a little bit of guitar. Oh, no, I said. I don't think I could. And Daddy, said Dakota, we're the Father Fard and Brothers Broad four-piece family band. Calico's a girl, said Duke, who was really slow. Well, hell, said Daddy, you might be right. I was that close to being out of the whole thing right there. And for a moment, the future seemed to open up in front of me. And for the first time in a long time, I could see something other than the T-shirts and the beer cozies that populated the life of the Father Fard and Brothers Broad four-piece family band roadie. I could go back to work at the paint-your-own pottery studio. Hell, I could open my own paint-your-own pottery studio. The future was right there, and it smelled sweet. Had Ray not left his hazmat suit hanging in the hall closet, I may, too, have grown used to the idea of opening a pottery studio. Instead, Daddy begged and then demanded and then begged again until I agreed to help the Father Fard Brothers Broad four-piece family band rebrand as a somewhat avant-garde folk rock act. Whose guitarist's appearance and silence were chalked up to troubles with substance abuse, agoraphobia, and weight gain. We played Shreveport, Buxton, Coombs, Haymeyer, Weston, Sheridan, Plattsville, Huntsville, Greenville, Greenville, Grady, Mississippi, before turning north and extending the tour for months. We caught on. Only way I could manage the stress of being on tour was to pour 4 roses into my sweet tea, and when I could slip away, go and call Ray. Callie, he said last time we talked, are you inebriated? Oh, Ray. Oh, my Ray. You know, we really are twins, aren't we? I really would prefer it if you called me by my spirit name, Sarma Singh, said Ray. Yeah, I know, I said. I'm sorry. Just not used to it yet. You know the funny thing, Sarma, I said, is that everybody calls me Ray now, thinking I'm you, the hazmat suit and all. We are all, said Ray, at the deepest level, part of one another. I don't know, I said. Daddy ran with it and just says, you've gone mute, have gained weight, wear the suit all the time, you know. So I just sit there, on stage, with a guitar, in silence. Except for the guitar. You know, Ray, I'm a little drunk. Silence, said Ray. That's right, in silence, one can discern the heartbeat of the universe. Yeah, I said, that seems about right. And to prove his point, maybe, Ray stopped talking, and I listened hard as I could for his breathing on the other end of the line. Soon, he was humming real low, that Om one with the universe hum, I think. But, you know, real quiet, like Om. After a long time, he stopped even the humming. And then, after longer, he whispered, Calico? Hey, Callie, you hear it? I heard something, I said.